When I first learned of my relative's brain disorder, I really didn't know what schizophrenia was. I couldn't spell it, so I couldn't even look it up in the dictionary. Our family was a little distraught because this was the first time any of us had ever experienced a brain disorder. I think the biggest thing is seeing that person change from being a loving, vibrant, responsive individual to someone who's going through something on a mental level and not being able to communicate that with you. So it was tough on our family, and we went for several years before we sort of were able to wrap our minds around what this family member was going through with their illness. Some of our relatives were very standoffish, almost to the point to where they treated them as though it were something that you could catch through contagion. Nothing could be more absurd, but nonetheless, we circled around our family member and gave them as much love and understanding, even when we really didn't know what was going on with them ourselves. I think the number one thing that you have to express is patience for that person. That person is going through something that they themselves can't quite understand, and sometimes they can't articulate. None of us knew what schizophrenia was. We had to slowly educate ourselves, and in the meantime, be patient and help that family member find the medical treatment that they needed, even when our family member would refuse the medical treatment. I think that was probably the biggest obstacle for us. Is once we sort of understood what was going on, we couldn't understand why was our family member refusing treatment. Why would they fight us so mightily to not take their medication or to not see the doctor regularly? There were a few episodes that we just had to love them through it, and I really believe that's what those individuals who are suffering from schizophrenia need. They need that patience, the understanding, and they need a family and friend network that will love them through that process. I think meeting that level of illness with words of aggression, with words that lack feeling, meaning, or understanding only worsens the situation. I think that when people offer words of support and encouragement, I think that they don't really understand how much that really does lessen the burden that someone else may be carrying. Once you've been close to someone that you care about, it's almost impossible to not have your heart go out to them. The less we know about schizophrenia, the more inclined we are to be very judgmental and point the finger and look at it as a problem that someone else has, but I'll never experience, or my family, we don't have that problem. And that's really not the way that we should look at it as a society. Sometimes people with schizophrenia experience is the loneliness of it all and feeling as though that you're all by yourself on an island. And so for myself, I always make certain that I let them know that I'm here with you. I'm not going anywhere, and we're going to walk this walk together.